In the tapestry of our planet, there are events so profound that they can reshape not just landscapes, but the very course of human history. These are the sleeping giants of Earth, forces so powerful they lie dormant for centuries only to awaken with devastating force. And now it seems we may be on borrowed time. A new study suggests one such giant is stirring, and it could erupt again as early as next year. The Yellowstone Supervolcano. Yellowstone National Park is a place of natural splendor. Its geysers, hot springs, and wildlife are world-renowned. But beneath this serene beauty lies a secret, a sleeping giant that could change everything. The Yellowstone Supervolcano is one of the largest and most powerful volcanoes on Earth. It is a caldera, a cauldron of molten rock and gas that lies just beneath the park's picturesque landscape. It has awakened twice in the past 640,000 years, leaving behind vast craters and showering the Earth with ash. Now scientists are sounding the alarm. They believe that this sleeping giant could stir once again and soon. According to a recent study published in the journal Quaternary Science Reviews, Yellowstone may be entering an active phase. This could mean an eruption is imminent, and it's not just any eruption. It could be a super eruption, an event so massive that it can literally change the world. The evidence for this looming possibility is both fascinating and alarming. Let's take a closer look at what's happening beneath the surface. Yellowstone's magma chamber, the reservoir of molten rock beneath the caldera, is showing signs of increased activity. Scientists have been monitoring this area closely using advanced technologies, and their findings are nothing short of intriguing. In the past few years, there has been a noticeable uptick in seismic activity. Small earthquakes are occurring more frequently around the Yellowstone Supervolcano. While these tremors are not necessarily precursors to an eruption, they do indicate that the magma chamber is becoming more active, but that's not all. There have also been changes in the patterns of ground deformation. The land around the magma chamber is slowly rising and tilting, suggesting that new magma is on its way to the surface. Now, this might sound like a slow geological process, but it's actually happening at an accelerated rate. The uplift of the ground around Yellowstone has been happening at a faster rate than before, leading scientists to believe that the magma chamber is swelling, much like a balloon being blown up. As the pressure inside the chamber increases, so does the risk of an eruption. Let's delve deeper into the science behind this impending threat. Yellowstone is what's called a supervolcano because of the sheer scale of its potential eruptions. A typical volcanic eruption is measured by the Volcanic Explosivity Index, or the VEI. This index takes into account factors such as the height of the eruption column, the volume of material ejected, and the duration of the eruption. On this scale, the largest possible eruption is ranked as 8. Now, while this might sound like an exaggeration, it's a real possibility for Yellowstone. Its past eruptions have been ranked as high as 8, meaning they were some of the most violent events in Earth's history. These super eruptions are caused by the buildup of immense pressure beneath the Earth's crust. At Yellowstone, this pressure is generated by the movement of tectonic plates and the decay of radioactive elements deep within the Earth. As the magma chamber fills with magma, the pressure rises until it exceeds the strength of the surrounding rock. At this point, an eruption becomes inevitable. The hot molten rock and gases escape through cracks and fissures in the Earth's crust, creating massive explosions and sending vast amounts of ash and debris into the atmosphere. The frequency of these super eruptions is staggering. In the past 2.1 million years, Yellowstone has erupted more than a dozen times. However, there is a pattern to these eruptions. They don't happen every few thousand years. Instead, there are periods of relative calm, punctuated by periods of intense activity. We are currently in one of these active periods. So how likely is an eruption in 2025? According to the researchers from the US Geological Survey, it's about 1 in 7,300 years. In other words, it's pretty unlikely. However, given the unprecedented rate of uplift at Yellowstone, they wanted to investigate whether climate change could play a role in increasing the likelihood of an eruption. Their investigation led them to discover something quite shocking. Climate change could potentially trigger an eruption at Yellowstone within the next 200 years. This discovery was published in the journal Nature Communications, Earth and Environment. The researchers used a computer model to simulate the behavior of the magma chamber under various conditions. They found that even a slight increase in temperature could significantly reduce the time required for an eruption. Specifically, they discovered that temperatures exceeding 20 degrees Celsius above normal could cause an eruption by the end of this century. This might seem like a distant threat, but it's important to remember that climate change is not a future problem. It's happening right now. Global temperatures are already several degrees higher than they were a century ago, and this trend is not expected to change anytime soon. Now, before you start worrying about the end of days, let's bring things into perspective. An eruption at Yellowstone would undoubtedly be a catastrophic event. Ash and debris would blanket large parts of the United States, disrupting air travel, damaging crops, and causing widespread power outages. The economic impact would be staggering, but it's important to remember that such events are rare in human history. In the past, humans have faced many challenges, but we have always found a way to recover and rebuild. After the eruption of Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines in 1991, for example, it took less than 2 decades for the agricultural sector to recover. Similarly, after the devastating tsunami in Indonesia in 2004, it took less than 5 years for the tourism industry to rebound. Of course, this is easier said than done. Recovering from these disasters required the efforts of governments, aid organizations, and individuals around the world. It's not something that everyone could easily recover from, but it's important to remember that humans are incredibly resilient creatures. We have the ability to adapt and innovate in the face of adversity. What's more, we are also capable of great compassion and generosity. In the aftermath of a disaster, people from all over the world come together to help those who have been affected. They donate money, supplies, and even their time. They volunteer to help rebuild homes, schools, and businesses. This sense of community and shared purpose is truly inspiring, and it gives us hope for the future. It's not all doom and gloom. Despite the challenges and uncertainties that lie ahead, there is still reason to be hopeful. We have the knowledge, the technology, and the resources to prepare for and recover from a disaster. What we need is a plan. We need to work together to identify the risks, develop mitigation strategies, and build resilience into our communities. By doing so, we can protect ourselves and our loved ones and ensure that we are ready for whatever the future may hold. As we continue to monitor the rumblings of the Yellowstone Supervolcano, let's remember that while nature's power should be respected and prepared for, it's also a testament to the incredible forces that shape our planet. From the grand vistas of Yellowstone National Park to the bustling cities of the United States, we all share a connection to the Earth's restless heart. It's up to us to listen to its whispers and ensure that we're ready for whatever it has in store for us. What do you think? Do you think we are prepared for the next catastrophe? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching,